The Honky Tonk Man, with his slicked-back hair, oversized sunglasses, and signature guitar, strutted his way into professional wrestling history as one of its most unforgettable characters. Born Roy Wayne Farris on January 25, 1953, he became a household name in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWF, now WWF, now WWF, now WWF, now WWF, now WWF, WWF, now WWF. His Elvis Presley-inspired persona, complete with a brash attitude and a record-breaking Intercontinental Championship reign, made him a standout figure in the wrestling world. However, his career was not without its share of controversies, from in-ring mishaps to outspoken critiques of fellow wrestlers and the evolution of the industry. At 71 years old in 2025, the Honky Tonk Man remains a polarizing figure, celebrated for his contributions to wrestling, but also remembered for the drama that followed him. This article delves into the controversies that defined his career, exploring the incidents, decisions, and outspoken nature that kept him in the headlines for both the right and wrong reasons. Roy Wayne Farris began his wrestling journey in 1977 in Malden, Missouri, under the tutelage of promoter Henry Rogers. Training alongside his friend Coco B. Ware, Farris initially wrestled as a jobber, a wrestler who loses matches to elevate others, under the name Dynamite Wayne Farris. He competed across the southern United States, including cities like Birmingham, Dothan, Mobile, and Pensacola. His career gained momentum when he teamed up with Larry Latham to form the Blonde Bombers, a tag team managed by Jerry Briscoe in Florida Championship Wrestling. The duo later worked with manager Sergeant Danny Davis in Memphis, where they became known for the infamous Tupelo concession stand brawl, a chaotic match against Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee that became a legendary moment in Tennessee wrestling history. Throughout the early 1980s, Farris competed in various promotions, including the American Wrestling Association, AWA, Jim Crockett Promotions, and the World Wrestling Council, WWC. He won multiple championships as both a singles competitor and a tag team wrestler, showcasing his versatility and charisma. By 1986, Farris debuted in the WWF as the Honky Tonk Man, a character that would define his legacy. Initially introduced as a fan favorite with an Elvis-inspired gimmick, he received an endorsement from WWF World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan. However, fans didn't connect with the babyface persona, leading to a pivotal shift in his character arc. The heel turn and Intercontinental Championship glory. In response to lukewarm audience reactions, Honky Tonk Man transformed into one of wrestling's most iconic villains. Managed by Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart, he adopted a cocky, arrogant persona, insulting fans and opponents alike. His promos, which echoed the comedic style of Andy Kaufman, were designed to provoke, and they worked. On June 13, 1987, Honky Tonk Man defeated Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to win the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, beginning a reign that would last an unprecedented 454 days, a record that stood until 2023. Honky's title run was marked by his cunning tactics. Knowing the championship could only change hands via pinfall or submission, he frequently got himself disqualified or counted out to retain the belt. This strategy frustrated opponents like Randy Macho Man Savage and Brutus the Barber Beefcake, while also making him one of the most despised heels in the WWF. His entrance theme, a 1950s rock and roll inspired song performed by Farris himself, became a defining element of his character, amplifying his larger-than-life presence. Honky's feuds during this period were legendary. His rivalry with Savage was particularly intense, culminating in a moment that shocked fans when Honky shoved Savage's manager, Miss Elizabeth, during a match. This act of disrespect led to Savage teaming up with Hulk Hogan to form the Mega Powers, one of wrestling's most iconic tag teams. Another notable feud was with Brutus Beefcake, who aimed to cut Honky's signature ducktail hairstyle. Their matches, particularly at WrestleMania 4, were a highlight of the era, showcasing Honky's ability to engage audiences as a villain. However, Honky's reign came to a dramatic end at SummerSlam 1988. In a match that lasted just 31 seconds, the Ultimate Warrior defeated him to claim the Intercontinental Championship, ending Honky's historic run in a flash. The loss was a defining moment, cementing Honky's legacy as a top heel while passing the torch to a rising star. One of the most infamous controversies in Honky Tonk Man's career occurred during a feud with Jake the Snake Roberts. The storyline called for Honky to smash a guitar over Roberts' back during a match, a common wrestling spot where props are typically gimmicked, made of lightweight, breakable materials like balsa wood to ensure safety. However, according to Roberts, Honky mistakenly used a real guitar instead of the gimmicked one. The impact caused significant damage to Roberts' back, leading to a serious injury that required pain medication. This incident reportedly contributed to Roberts' struggles with painkiller dependency, which plagued him for years. The guitar incident remains a stark reminder of the physical risks in professional wrestling. While matches are scripted, accidents can have real and lasting consequences. For Honky, the mishap tarnished his reputation, as it highlighted the potential for negligence in the ring. The incident strained his relationship with Roberts and left a blemish on his otherwise stellar career, serving as a cautionary tale about the importance of safety in wrestling. Beyond the ring, Honky Tonk Man has been a lightning rod for controversy due to his outspoken nature. Over the years, he has made critical remarks about wrestling icons like Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, and Jerry Lawler. These comments often targeted their in-ring abilities, personal lives, or professional decisions, sparking public feuds. While some fans appreciated Honky's candor, others viewed him as a provocateur who unnecessarily stirred drama. His willingness to speak his mind kept him relevant long after his in-ring prime, but it also alienated him from parts of the wrestling community. For example, Honky's criticisms of Bret Hart centered on Hart's technical wrestling style, which Honky argued lacked the charisma needed to captivate audiences. Similarly, he questioned Hulk Hogan's dominance in the industry, suggesting that Hogan's success was more about marketing than talent. These remarks didn't sit well with fans or fellow wrestlers, many of whom saw Honky as a veteran unable to move on from his glory days. His outspokenness, while keeping him in the spotlight, often came at the cost of professional relationships. Another significant controversy occurred in 1990, when Honky Tonk Man was reportedly asked to lose to Bret Hart at SummerSlam. In wrestling, putting over another wrestler by losing to them is a standard practice to help elevate new stars. However, Honky refused to lose to Hart, believing it would damage his character's legacy. This decision caused tension with WWF management and other wrestlers, as it was seen as a refusal to support the company's direction. Bret Hart went on to become one of wrestling's biggest stars, but Honky's refusal to lose highlighted his commitment to preserving his own image. While some admired his conviction, others viewed it as selfish, arguing that he prioritized his ego over the greater good of the promotion. This incident underscored the delicate balance of egos and storytelling in professional wrestling, where personal decisions can have far-reaching consequences. Honky Tonk Man has also been vocal about his disdain for the evolution of professional wrestling. A product of the 1980s, he thrived in an era defined by colorful characters, slow-paced matches, and strong storytelling. In contrast, he has criticized modern wrestling for its emphasis on high-flying moves and fast-paced action, arguing that it lacks the psychological depth and character development that defined his era. He believes wrestling should focus on the battle between good and evil, with a narrative that emotionally invests the audience. While some fans share Honky's nostalgia for the old-school style, others see his critiques as out of touch. The wrestling industry has evolved significantly since the 1980s, embracing new styles and appealing to a broader audience. Honky's comments have earned him a reputation as a grumpy veteran, unable to adapt to the changing landscape. However, his perspective highlights the ongoing debate about the balance between athleticism and storytelling in wrestling. Despite the controversies, the Honky Tonk Man's legacy in professional wrestling is undeniable. His 454-day Intercontinental Championship reign remains one of the most impressive in WWE history, showcasing his ability to captivate audiences as a heel. His feuds with Randy Savage, Brutus Beefcake, and others produced some of the most memorable moments of the 1980s wrestling boom. His entrance theme, performed by Farris himself, and his Elvis-inspired persona became iconic symbols of the era, resonating with fans even today. Honky's career also serves as a case study in the complexities of wrestling stardom. His controversies, from the Jake Roberts incident to his outspoken critiques, reflect the challenges of navigating fame in a highly physical and emotionally charged industry. While his actions sometimes drew criticism, they also kept him relevant, ensuring that his name remained part of wrestling conversations long after his prime. In the years since his WWF heyday, Honky Tonk Man has made occasional appearances at nostalgia events and independent wrestling shows. Each time he struts to the ring, guitar in hand, he evokes memories of a bygone era. His record-breaking title reign, iconic feuds and larger-than-life character have cemented his place in wrestling history, even as his controversies continue to spark debate. The Honky Tonk Man's career is a testament to the power of charisma, storytelling, and controversy in professional wrestling. From his record-setting Intercontinental Championship reign to his infamous guitar incident with Jake Roberts, Honky's journey is filled with highs and lows that have left an indelible mark on the industry. His outspoken critiques of fellow wrestlers and modern wrestling have kept him in the spotlight, for better or worse, while his refusal to lose to Bret Hart showcased his dedication to his character's legacy. As wrestling continues to evolve, Honky Tonk Man remains a nostalgic figure, representing a time when larger-than-life characters ruled the ring. His controversies, while significant, are part of what makes him such a compelling figure. Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying that the Honky Tonk Man is one of wrestling's most unforgettable rebels. His story serves as a reminder of the passion, drama, and unpredictability that define professional wrestling, ensuring that his legacy will endure for generations to come.